All right, guys. So I got another pistola for you. Many of you know I picked up a Walther P38. Some of you don't. Some of you follow me on Instagram. Some of you may have seen pictures of it already on certain YouTube channels. So here is the Walther P38 I picked up. It's refinished. It's a mismatch Spreeworks. So it's probably built, as far as I can date the slide. The slide is probably from late 42, early 43, because that's when Spreeworks first started doing the P38s. And it's a relatively low number, considering the number of these they built. I paid $350 for it from a somewhat local gun shop. I won't really deal with that gun shop again because of this gun either. Um, I pointed out the fact that this takedown lever was flopping around, and everybody said like 99% of the time it's just a broken spring or the spring's missing, because there's a little spring and plunger inside here that puts tension on this. Well, excuse me, not exactly the case with this gun. This gun, whoever refinished it, more than likely was the idiot who did it. They actually staked the spring and plunger back so it wouldn't actually engage with this lever. So I had to bring it to the gunsmith. He figured out what was going on with it. There were a couple other issues. Um, like the trigger, when you pulled straight back on the double action trigger, it would engage. But if you gave it left hand pressure, and it would work fine. So I knew there was something weird with the trigger there. And he actually discovered that there was an issue with the safety decocker, that it wasn't engaging correctly. So, $350 for the gun, another $140 to have the gunsmith fix the gun. So, as far as I know, now this is a functioning gun. Only came with one magazine. It's a post-war mag, but it is marked P38. If the date on it's to be believed, it's 2 of 63. So definitely a post-war mag. But these mags didn't change. Um, Still readily available. I think they're still producing these mags, actually. 8-round mag. So once I get around to it, I'll pick up a few more mags for this, because this is not going to be like an everyday shooter for me. This is one of my grail guns. It's got repro grips on it. They're plastic grips, so they probably came off a P1, post-war P1. Other than that, it's a beautiful looking gun. I mean, the bluing is excellent. Whoever reblued it did a nice job. And if you look close, they took off some of the material, but waffen stamp there and there. So this is a wartime production gun. The code on it is, as far as I can tell, it's a Spreeworks. It's a mismatch. Who knows what the lower came off of? Because more than likely this was assembled from various parts, or when it was assembled. But production parts were all wartime production, because those waffen stamps. I would guess late 42, probably early 43, based on just the condition. It's hard to guess on that because it's been refinished. I know they've definitely sanded it and smoothed it out, just because of some of the stampings are pretty shallow. So it could have been rough, but inside the lower and the grip frame module, you could tell they didn't really get down into the channels, and usually a later war, they weren't really worried about getting machining marks out. This was relatively free of machining markings inside channels and grooves and everything. So um, definitely wasn't a last ditch gun. Uh, Sights could be better on it, but you got to figure this gun's 70 plus years old. So this is basically what everything had 70 years old. I mean, it's not a bad sight picture. I could definitely probably put a little paint on that front sight just to make it easier to see, but everything feels nice and tight. There's barely any, well, there's a little wiggle there, but not a terrible amount. It's not really sloppy. I've relubed it. It's all prepped, ready to go to the range. I'm going to be going later this afternoon. I'll probably make another video once I get back. If not later today, probably tomorrow, on what I thought on shooting this. Because I've never actually shot a Walther P38. Even though this is Spreeworks, everybody refers to them as a Walther P38. And I've only got the one mag for it right now, which kind of sucks. But I'm also bringing my Jericho, so I can still have some fun. Um, I'll probably look into buying a repro holster for it, just because, why not? I know they're available. I could probably turn around and sell this on Gunbroker in the condition it's in now for probably anywhere from $500 to $700. Am I? Hell no. This gun's never going anywhere. Because it is one of my grail guns. Would I like to have a Luger? Absolutely. Can I afford a Luger? Not unless I win the fucking lottery. This is the more affordable grail gun. And honestly, the better of the two. It's more reliable. It's more modern. Some of the features on it are downright still relevant today. Safety decocker on the slide. Where do you see those? Well, my Jericho has one. Beretta 92 series, anyone? I'm gonna look into, and I've seen them, and I'm gonna probably change these grips out because I've seen a couple guys that sell repro fake Bakelite mags, and they look like really nice because these aren't. I can't tell if this will show up. These I can't tell if they look brown, but as you can see, like somebody coated them, and it just comes off. So I'm pretty sure these are not the original. These are post-war. I'm 90% sure. So I'll take these off. I'll get a pair of the repro ones that would be correct for a Spreeworks, which the Spreeworks typically, not always, but typically came with the brown Bakelite um, grips. And I've seen them for like $40 for a pair. Now, if I wanted to go more high end and put like wood grips on this, I could do it. There's a place out of Hungary, I believe, Marshall Grips. But if they don't have them in stock, it's like a 3-month wait for them. I'm not going to do that. I just want to have it look period correct, you know? So hopefully the next video I'll be putting up, it'll be a successful day shooting this. But considering, this mag was what, 65? 63. Who knows if it's gonna still function correctly, spring wise, It could be a bad mag. Who knows? That's why I'm going to go to the range and test it out. I know a few places that are selling brand new, still wrapped in Cosmoline and paper mags like this for 20 bucks, 25 bucks. You go on Gunbroker, you're going to get raped on mags. I've seen a single mag on Gunbroker, and it could be an original World War II mag, but I'm not paying a fucking $100 for a mag when I can get one made off the same fucking tooling, because I bet you they didn't change the tooling, because this still says Walther, has the banner, P38, 9mm. This was made in 63. So they were making mags for at least 20 years after World War II using the same fucking stampings. So I'm not anal enough that I need to have an original World War II mag. Would I like one? I can live without it. So, but yep. Give you guys a nice close look at her. Nice shiny bluing. Definitely very nice bluing. Whoever did it, at least as far as the bluing, knew what the hell they were doing. A little bit of wear here, but that's typical to be expected because you're gripping it. It feels nice in the hand. I have a medium to large size hand, so I can barely just get my finger. You know, I do feel that tip of the mag, but that's how you extract the mag anyways. Of course, seeing the fingerprints on all the nice pretty bluing is going to drive me nutty. That's why I don't have any high polish stainless guns. Because I would literally have to either handle it using gloves, or I would have to be obsessively cleaning it down afterwards, because all the fingerprints would drive me nuts. But now the safety decocker works. Doesn't allow it to be fired, so theoretically, if I wanted to carry it, I could. Will I? Hell no. Um, it's definitely, like I said, it's a mismatch. But it's just like somebody refinished the gun, put it together, and didn't really um, know to. These old school guns need a little bit of fitting to make them actually work. But it could be worse. I still kind of feel I got a deal. I just kind of wish the deal had been more upfront, because I'm betting he knew this gun had more than just, the safety takedown lever flopping around. So, and because of the fact that he didn't tell me, yeah, it's got this wrong with it, this wrong, have a gunsmith look at it before you go try and shoot it. He didn't tell me that. I noticed the takedown lever and pointed it out. That's why he had originally had it in his case for $3.99. He knocked 50 bucks off the price just because I noticed that takedown lever was flopping around. So it always pays with old surplus firearms like this. Take a very close look at them. Because chances are, at the very least, you could point out something that's got to be fixed on the gun. Maybe knock the price down a little bit. So that's about all I've got for right now. Maybe I'll get some range shooting video footage, post that up, see how accurate this thing is. I'm not expecting it to be spectacularly accurate because it's got a military trigger in it. It's a heavy trigger pull. Not the greatest of sights, And who knows if the mag's going to feed correct. So we'll find out. But that's all I got for now. Hopefully I'll be able to get some range footage and then post up that and a video with my thoughts on it. So I will talk to you guys later.